The 30-year reunion of my high school class of 1995 was absolutely not on my agenda. I had skipped the 5-year, the 10-year, the 15, the 20, the 25. Every single one. Not because I hated high school. I didn't. It was fine. Forgettable. I was forgettable. Riley Thompson, that quiet girl, always reading, had maybe 3 friends, graduated, left town, never looked back, but my husband had other ideas. "You should go," Kenji said. Again. For the 14th time that week. "I don't want to go," I replied. For the 14th time. "When was the last time you saw any of these people?" "Graduation, 1995. "Exactly. 30 years. Aren't you curious?" "No." "Riley." "Kenji." He sighed, put down his coffee, gave me the look, the one he uses on his high school students when they're being difficult. "You never talk about high school. You have 0 photos from that time. You're not in touch with anyone. It's like that part of your life doesn't exist." "It doesn't. I'm a different person now." "Exactly. So go. Show them the amazing person you became, and then never go again." I don't need to prove anything to people I haven't thought about in 3 decades. Then go for me. I want to see where my mysterious wife came from. I looked at him. Kenji Nakamura, math teacher, eternal optimist. The man who somehow convinced antisocial me to marry him 8 years ago. "You'll be bored," I warned. "I'll be entertained." "Come on." One night, open bar, bad DJ playing 90s music. It'll be hilarious. I groaned. "Fine, but we're leaving after an hour." "Deal." He grinned. "This is going to be great." It wasn't going to be great. It was going to be a disaster. Just not the kind I expected. Where are you watching from today? Share in the comments. And if you want more stories about awkward reunions, mistaken identities, and moments that defy belief, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss our next story. The reunion was at a nice venue, better than I expected. String lights, open bar, DJ setting up, a banner. Class of 1995, 30-year reunion. God, 30 years. I was 48 years old. How did that happen? "You ready?" Kenji asked. He was wearing a button-down. Actually excited. "No." "Perfect. Let's go." We walked in. The lobby was full of people. Middle-aged people. Some I vaguely recognized. Most I didn't. Everyone looked old, which was unfair because I also looked old. Older. Different. In high school, I had long blonde hair, huge glasses. I was tall and gangly and awkward. Now, short dark hair, contacts, decent fashion sense, confident posture. I looked nothing like 18-year-old Riley Thompson, which was fine. Great, even. I didn't want to be that person anymore. "Name tags," Kenji pointed. A table by the entrance. Alphabetical stacks. I looked for Nakamura. Nothing. "Try Thompson," Kenji suggested. I flipped through the T's. Taylor. Thomas. Thompson. David. Thompson. Jessica. No Thompson Riley. "Maybe they didn't get your RSVP?" Kenji said. "I didn't RSVP." "Well, that explains it." A woman at the table looked up. 50-ish. Friendly smile. Name tag. Carol Jenkins, class of 95. "Hi, welcome. Name?" "Riley Nakamura. Maiden name Thompson." Carol flipped through a binder. Frowned. I don't see you on the list." "I didn't RSVP, but I graduated in 95. Let me check the yearbook." She pulled out a massive book, the 1995 Westfield yearbook. Flipped to the senior class pages. Found Thompson. Squinted at my photo. Looked at me. Back at photo. "Huh. You look really different." "It's been 30 years. "No, I mean really different." She showed Kenji the photo. 18-year-old me. Blonde. Glasses. Awkward smile. Kenji grinned. "That's my wife." Carol looked skeptical but shrugged. Okay, well, welcome. Here's a guest tag. You can write your name. Guest tag. Not even a real name tag. Great start. I wrote Riley Thompson Nakamura in careful letters. Stuck it on. Kenji got a Guest of Riley tag. We walked in. The ballroom was decorated with photos, yearbook pages blown up, candid shots from 1995, tables with centerpieces, a dance floor, a bar, and people. So many people. All strangers wearing familiar faces. Recognize anyone? Kenji asked. I scanned the room. Maybe? Everyone looks different. A man approached, balding, friendly. Name tag, Brad Morrison, Reunion Committee. Welcome. Thanks for coming. He shook our hands. I'm Brad. I organized this whole thing. Riley Nakamura. This is my husband, Kenji. Brad looked at my name tag. Thompson. I remember some Thompsons. Which one were you? Riley. I was quiet. Kept to myself mostly. Huh. He looked genuinely confused. Well, great to see you. Help yourself to drinks, food. There's a memory table over there with yearbooks and photos. Enjoy. He moved on to greet others. He has no idea who I am. Bad for him, Kenji said. We got drinks. I surveyed the room. Saw some faces I recognized. Sort of. There. Ashley Peterson. She'd been popular, cheerleader, mean to everyone who wasn't cool. Now she was blonde. Bottle, not natural. Dressed expensively, talking loudly. Over there. Ethan Sullivan. My crush from junior year to graduation. Dark hair then. Now gray. And significantly balder. And heavier. Huh. I'd spent countless hours pining over him, writing his name in notebooks, hoping he'd notice me. He never did. Looking at him now, 48, divorced based on the lack of ring, telling a loud story at the bar. I felt nothing. Dodged that bullet. See anyone you want to talk to? Kenji asked. Not really. Then let's wander, eavesdrop, make up stories about people. That's mean. We wandered, past a table with memory books, yearbooks from all 4 years, photos, newspaper clippings, a memorial book. I picked it up idly, flipped through. Class of 1995, where are we now? Updates on classmates, marriages, kids, careers, photos of people then and now. I flipped to the T's, found Thompson David, Thompson Jessica, no Thompson Riley. Weird. Kept flipping, past the update section, into a new section. In Memoriam, classmates we've lost. My stomach dropped. 3 names. Michael Porter, 1977-2003, cancer, beloved husband and father. Jennifer Wu, 1977-2018, heart disease, remembered for her kindness. Riley Thompson, 1977-1996, car accident, gone too soon. I stopped breathing. There was my yearbook photo, 18 years old, blonde hair, big glasses, tentative smile. Below it, Riley was a quiet soul who loved books and learning, taken from us far too early, always in our hearts. I stared, read it again. Again. Kenji. Yeah? He was looking at photos on the wall. Kenji. Something in my voice made him turn. What's wrong? I held up the book, pointed. He looked. Read. His eyes widened. Oh my God. I'm dead. You're not dead. They think I'm dead. My voice came out strangled, loud. A few people glanced over. I lowered my voice. Kenji, there's a memorial, for me, in the yearbook. They think I died in 1996. He took the book, read more carefully, then, infuriatingly, started laughing. This isn't funny. It's extremely funny. It's horrifying. Riley, you disappeared for 30 years, changed your name, have 0 social media, and apparently they just assumed you died. That's not... You don't just assume... Apparently they do. I grabbed the book back, stared at my own memorial. Gone too soon. I was standing right here, very much alive, eating terrible appetizers. What do I do? Well, Kenji said, still grinning, you have options. 1, leave immediately. 2, tell everyone. 3, haunt them first, then tell everyone. Option 3? Walk around, listen to what they say about dead you, then reveal you're alive. Maximum drama. That's insane. This situation is insane. I looked at the memorial again, at the people milling around. None of them had any idea. I was here, the ghost they'd mourned. And suddenly, maybe it was the wine, maybe it was 30 years of not caring what these people thought. I wanted to know. What did they think of me? Of Riley Thompson, dead at 19? Okay, I said. Okay, what? Let's haunt them. Kenji's grin widened. I love you so much. We started circulating. Strategy: get close to groups. Listen, don't identify myself yet. First group, some women near the memory table, including Ashley Peterson. So sad about Riley, Ashley was saying, loudly, performatively. Were you close? Someone asked. Oh, very close. Ashley lied, blatantly. We had English together. She was so sweet, so quiet. I always tried to include her. I nearly choked on my drink. Ashley Peterson had called me book nerd for 4 straight years, loudly, in hallways. I went to the funeral, Ashley continued. It was devastating. Her poor parents. The funeral. My parents were alive, living in Arizona, retired, very much not devastated by my fictional death. Whose funeral did she go to? I think about her sometimes, Ashley said. What she would have become. I turned to Kenji, whispered, she made my life miserable. And now she's your biggest mourner, ironic. We moved on, found another group, including Ethan Sullivan, my old crush. Riley Thompson, Ethan was saying. Yeah, I remember her. Quiet girl, always in the library. Did you know her well? Someone asked. Not really, but I wish I'd talked to her more. Been kinder. You know how high school is. You don't think about that stuff until it's too late. He sounded genuinely regretful for ignoring someone he barely remembered. I felt a weird mix of validation and irritation. Then I saw her. Vanessa Wright. Vanessa Kowalski now, based on her name tag. My actual best friend from high school, the only person I'd genuinely cared about. We'd lost touch after graduation. I went to college out of state. She stayed local. We promised to stay in touch. We didn't. Now she was standing by a window, talking to another woman, looking older but recognizable. Brown hair now gray-streaked. Glasses. Kind face. That's Vanessa, I told Kenji. Your friend? Yeah. You should talk to her. I don't know if she'd recognize me. Only one way to find out. I watched Vanessa laugh at something. The same laugh I remembered. Then she said something that made me freeze. I still miss Riley sometimes. She was my best friend. Losing her so young. It changed me. The other woman patted her arm sympathetically. Vanessa continued. I went to her funeral, saw her parents. They were destroyed. I'll never forget it. My chest tightened. Vanessa went to a funeral. For me. Except it wasn't for me. It was for someone else. This was so wrong. Riley? Kenji touched my arm. You okay? Vanessa thinks she went to my funeral. She went to someone else's funeral. But she doesn't know that. She's been mourning me for 30 years. So tell her. I looked at Vanessa, at her sad expression. I couldn't just walk up and say, surprise, not dead. Could I? I need a plan, I said. Or, Kenji suggested, you just tell her. Rip off the Band-Aid. That's too abrupt. You're overthinking this. I'm appropriately thinking this. Before I could decide, Brad Morrison clinked a glass. Attention, everyone. We're about to do our memorial tribute. Please gather around. Oh no. Everyone moved toward a screen at the front of the room. A slideshow was starting. Remembering our fallen classmates. Michael Porter's photo appeared. Dates, a brief bio. Sad music played. Then Jennifer Wu, same thing. Then my photo. 18-year-old me, blonde, awkward, smiling. Riley Thompson, 1977-1996. The room went quiet. Brad spoke. Riley Thompson was taken from us far too soon. Just a year after graduation, a tragic car accident ended her life. She was quiet, but those who knew her remember her kindness, her intelligence, and her love of reading. Riley, you're missed. People nodded solemnly. Some wiped eyes. Ashley had actual tears. Performative tears, but still. Vanessa was crying. Real tears. And I was standing in the back, very much alive, holding a glass of wine. This was insane. Wait, I think I talked to someone with this name, I heard Brad mutter. I took a breath, walked forward. Through the crowd, people parted without looking. I reached the front, stood next to Brad, looked at my own photo on the screen, then turned to face the room. Hi, I said, loud enough to carry. I'm Riley Thompson, and I'm not dead. Silence. Complete, total silence. Everyone stared. Then someone screamed, a woman in the back, actual scream. Brad stumbled backward. What? I'm not dead, I repeated. I'm very much alive. I've been alive this whole time. I just moved away, changed my name when I got married, never came to reunions, and apparently, you all assumed I died. More silence. Then chaos. That's impossible. I went to your funeral. This is a prank. Everyone shut up. That was Vanessa. Loud, commanding. The room went quiet. She walked toward me. Slow, staring. Riley? Hey, Ness. She stopped 3 feet away, studying my face. It's really you? It's really me. But I went to your funeral. You went to someone else's funeral. Another Riley Thompson died in 1996. Car accident. But it wasn't me. Oh my God. Vanessa's voice cracked. Oh my God, we all thought. And then she hugged me. Tight, desperate, started crying. Happy tears this time. I can't believe. You're alive. You're here. I mourned you for 30 years. I'm sorry, I said, meaning it. I didn't know. She pulled back, punched my arm. You didn't come to any reunions. You have no social media. How were we supposed to know? That's fair. Brad found his voice. So, you're not dead. Nope. But the news article, probably a different Riley Thompson. Same year, same town. I understand the confusion. We made a memorial. I saw. He ran a hand through his thinning hair. This is embarrassing. Little bit. Ashley pushed forward. Riley? Oh my God. I'm so happy you're alive. We were so close. I looked at her. Ashley, you called me book nerd every day for 4 years. That was affectionate. It really wasn't. Ethan appeared. Riley? Wow, you look different. 30 years will do that. I was just saying how I wished I'd been nicer to you in high school. You could start now. He blinked. Right. Well, good to see you. Alive. The crowd was buzzing now. People pulling out phones. Probably texting others who didn't come. Riley Thompson is alive. Brad looked panicked. We need to, update the memorial book? Issue a correction? Maybe just cross out the deceased part, Kenji suggested, helpfully. From the back. I waved at him. He waved back. That's my husband, Kenji. You're married? Vanessa asked. 8 years. He's a teacher. We live upstate. What do you do? I'm a writer. What kind? Romance novels. Under a pseudonym. That's why I'm not on social media. Privacy. Wait. Brad pulled out his phone, Googled something. His eyes widened. Are you E.R. Nakamura? Yes. The best-selling author? Yes. I've read your books. My wife loves your books. Thank you? You're famous. Moderately successful. And we thought you were dead. He looked genuinely distressed. Again. Understandable confusion. Vanessa still had my arm, like I might disappear. We have 30 years to catch up on. We do. Starting now. Come on. She pulled me toward a quiet corner. Kenji appeared with fresh drinks. That was amazing. Best reunion ever. You're enjoying this too much, I told him. I really am. Vanessa dragged me to a corner table. Kenji followed with drinks. Okay, explain. Everything. 30 years. Go. I laughed. That's a lot. Start with, why did you disappear? I didn't disappear. I just left. Went to college in Oregon, met Kenji there, got married, became a writer. Moved around a lot for his teaching jobs. We settled upstate 5 years ago. And you never thought to Facebook message me? Email? Carrier pigeon? I don't do social media. It interferes with my pen name privacy. And honestly, I thought you'd moved on. Had your own life. I did. I do. But Riley, you were my best friend. I thought you were dead. Whose funeral did you go to? Riley Elizabeth Thompson. She died in a car accident in 1996. I saw it in the local paper. Assumed it was you. Your parents had moved to Arizona by then. I couldn't reach them to confirm. The funeral was closed casket. I just believed it. I'm Riley Ann Thompson. She shook her head. 30 years. I grieved you for 30 years. I'm really sorry. Stop apologizing. You're here now. She grabbed my hand. Tell me everything. Husband, job, life. So I did. Told her about college, meeting Kenji in a literature class, our terrible first date, getting married in a small ceremony, writing my first novel at 28, getting published at 30, the pen name E.R. Nakamura, moderate success, enough to live comfortably, Kenji's teaching career, moving for jobs, finally settling, no kids, by choice. We liked our quiet life. You're happy, Vanessa said, not a question. I am. Good. You deserve it. High school Riley was always so anxious, uncertain. This Riley, she gestured at me, is confident, self-assured. I like her. I like her too. Kenji raised his glass. To the new Riley, who is also the old Riley, but alive. We clinked glasses. Around us, the reunion continued. But now people kept glancing over, whispering. That's her. The dead one. Except not dead. The writer. E.R. Nakamura. Brad approached, still flustered. Riley, I'm so sorry about the memorial. We'll issue a correction in the reunion newsletter. It's fine, Brad. It's not fine. We literally eulogized you. It was a nice eulogy. Quiet but kind. I'll take it. Can I get a photo? For the correction article? Sure. He pulled out his phone, snapped a picture of me, very much alive, smiling. This is going to be a hell of a story, he muttered. We should go, I told Kenji. Already? I've exceeded my social quota for the year. Vanessa stood. I'll walk you out. We said goodbyes. Promised to actually stay in touch this time. Exchanged real phone numbers. Made plans for lunch next month. At the door, Vanessa hugged me again. I'm really glad you're alive. Me too. And that you're happy. I am. Good, because if you disappear again, I'm hunting you down. Deal. In the car, Kenji was grinning. That was incredible. That was mortifying. You ruined their entire memorial. They're going to have to reprint the yearbook. They're not reprinting the yearbook. They should. Correction, Riley Thompson is alive and thriving. Our bad. I laughed despite myself. This is going to be all over social media. Probably. People are going to find my pen name. Your publisher will love the publicity. I hate publicity. You love your husband who convinced you to go to a reunion where you discovered you were dead. I don't love you right now. You do. He was right. I did. 1 week later, the story went viral. Woman attends reunion, discovers she's been dead for 30 years. Local news picked it up, then regional, then a few national outlets. My publisher called. Thrilled. Sales of my books spiked. Brad sent an apologetic email with the corrected reunion newsletter. My photo with the caption, "Alive and well, Riley Thompson Nakamura, who did not die in 1996. Vanessa and I had lunch, started texting regularly, picked up like no time had passed. Ashley sent a Facebook friend request. I declined. Ethan sent a LinkedIn request. Also declined. And I wrote a new novel, based very, very loosely on recent events. Working title, The Girl Who Came Back, about a woman who attends her reunion and discovers everyone thinks she died. My editor loved it. Kenji loved it. I dedicated it to Vanessa and to Kenji for making me go. The Girl Who Came Back hit the bestseller list. Readers loved it. Hilarious. Heartwarming. The protagonist is so relatable. I did exactly one interview. For a podcast. They asked, "Is this based on a true story?" I smiled. Let's just say I have experience with people thinking I'm somehow dead. The host laughed. Moved on. I never confirmed. Never denied. Let people wonder. Because the truth was ridiculous enough. I went to my 30-year reunion, discovered I'd been dead for 3 decades, came back to life in front of 50 shocked classmates, reconnected with my best friend, rejected my former bullies, and learned something important. You can't control how people remember you, or what stories they tell when you're not around to correct them, but you can control who you become, and whether you show up, literally or metaphorically, when it matters. I showed up. I'm glad I did, even if it took being dead to do it. Have you ever been forgotten by people you once knew? Have you ever discovered shocking assumptions people made about you? Share your thoughts, your reunion stories, and your moments of reclaiming your identity in the comments below. If this story about mistaken death, unexpected reunions, and the courage to come back to life moved you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about identity, second chances, and refusing to stay invisible. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss our next story. Thanks for watching, and we see you in the next one.